Tesla needs is a moment of urgency. I think after I've listened to the earnings call a few times and spoken with the company, I have two things I want to add to the situation. One is that the endeavors that the company is making are actually laudable. This is not a bad situation, but it's a risky situation. But the one thing that I think they could be doing better is to show more urgency when it comes to launching unsupervised FSD and Robotaxi. Now, let me explain what I mean. Before I go there, this is not even on podcast. It's July 31st, 2026. This is Crindelco. For the year, we're down 25%. The market's up 7%. We're growing by 32%. And of course, the massive performance comes from the sluggish development of Tesla. Now, the post-earnings reaction has been pretty dramatic. Actually, one explanation for that is that the company is being punished for capex that is not promising any returns anytime soon. I think that concern has been somewhat mitigated when we spoke with the company, because most of the capex is actually meant for, let's say, launching Cybercab, launching Robotaxi, bringing Semi to fruition. So there are actually revenue-producing, projects in the works, and not everything is just AI compute for some future use of AI. That's the first thing. The second thing, actually, the $30 billion debt facility that the company is putting on the shelf is meant for launching Cybercab, and I think that is going to be a strategy that the company is going to pursue, which is to debt finance the launch of the Cybercab business when it scales up. So those are things that I think we can stomach as investors. I think that's part of the business. You can't have those cash flows and revenues. We're talking about maybe $60,000 per Cybercab of revenue per year, which over the lifetime of 5 years is going to put the revenue value of a Cybercab at about $300,000, when the cost of the thing is $30,000. And then, of course, you have operating costs and things. But, of course, the transportation as a service could be a dramatically improved business and show massive returns and also cash flows. So let's get to the problem, actually, that we see. The problem is urgency. When the company was in trouble in 2017, when Model 3 was being launched and the product they weren't able to produce at scale, Elon Musk slept on the factory floor as a symbol of urgency. And I think we are in a similar situation right now with the company. The company hasn't made money for 5 years. I think we need more urgency. We need sleeping on the factory floor type urgency. This is wartime. Elon Musk is a good wartime CEO. Actually, he's a permanent wartime CEO. The problem is he has a lot of battlefields to fight wars. And instead of spending time with some random journalists talking about UK politics, or even actually spending time launching Starship all the time, not that that's not important, but the point is, in order to make Terra happen, in order to make the merger between SpaceX and Tesla happen, in order to generate the cash flows he needs to build AI data centers in space, he needs unsupervised FSD and Robotaxi to be launched at scale. And that is an urgency problem right now. We need two things. We need the technology to work, and we need the regulators to be on board. Both are urgency type situations that will not just happen by themselves. Yes, the economics are great. The safety record is great. You need a SWAT team of PR, marketing, political, regulatory operators who work this situation. Let's take unsupervised FSD. So that the unsupervised FSD is the idea that I can buy a car, let's say a Model 3 or a Cybercab in the future, for my mom, an 84-year-old lady that likes to go out but isn't as safe anymore driving. So I can buy this thing, and she can just tap in the phone prompt in the phone or the car directly where she wants to go, and the car drives her, picks her up, parks wherever it needs to park, goes, charges itself, cleans itself. So a total, total change of life, expanding her life. I want that for her. There's millions and millions of elderly people who could have that service. On the flip side, there's a lot of accidents that are happening that could be prevented. So this is a situation where not just the company, but society actually will benefit massively from a rapid launch of unsupervised FSD. And it's being held back by interest groups that are understandably trying to prevent this. The auto industry, the lawyers, the tort lawyers, and people like that. Even the medical industry probably wouldn't be happy if all of a sudden we have less accidents. I don't know how many accidents. The insurance industry, in principle, should be for this, but I have a feeling that the insurance industry is in bed with the lawyers, and basically the establishment, the current transportation establishment, is not going to swallow a self-driving car industry this easily. But we customers, the people, the populace, is going to benefit as a whole. So therefore, this is an urgent matter. And I think even with a mission statement of abundance for all, or something like that, abundance for everybody, this is at least a partly abundance for all, because it offers the opportunity for sorry, there's just something here, traffic situation. I'm sorry for that. So it offers the opportunity for people to expand their lives, reduce the risks, and also generates a lot of cash for the company. So this is a win-win for everybody here, but it needs urgency. This is not going to be just a foregone conclusion type situation. This needs to be properly, urgently executed, processed. We need a PR SWAT team, we need a legal SWAT team, a marketing SWAT team, and of course, technology SWAT team. So I think that's what is missing here, and that's kind of our frustration. So this is a call, an open letter to the company, or an open call to the company to increase the urgency to launch FSD, unsupervised, and cybercab. We're not saying that it needs to be faster. We're not saying we need to cut corners and not be, cautious. We just need to have more urgency. The same way when the Model 3 was launched. It wasn't launched with massive mistakes. It wasn't launched with massive recalls because they cut corners. It was launched because there was urgency to solve problems on the go and iterate fast and make it happen. And I think we need the same type of urgency now for Tesla to recover the stock and make the company a successful company.